It's getting ready to go down now, guys. I'm gonna do me some tire flips. It is pouring down rain here in South Carolina today. What's up, Jamie? So we're gonna do some tire flips in the rain. How about a little spontaneous Jimmy Rants? Flipping the tire today. And yes, it's poured down rain. Yes, I'm crazy. Flipping the tire, pouring down rain. It's actually very cool out here, so perfect timing. For those of you that never seen me flip before, that's a tractor tire. Weighs 200 pounds. I try to do 10 reps of 10. So I flip it 10, that's 1. Flip it 10 back, that's 2. I've already done 4. My goal is 6 more, but I'm very winded. I'm gonna see how I do. Wish me luck. That's it. I am tapped out. Oh, goodness. Heart rate's way up. That last set was hard. Now hard doesn't mean stop. So I kept going. But when I was done, I could feel my chest beating out to here. So that was my sign, stop. You can see where I cut my grass the other day. I got little grass clippings all over my hands. So yeah, if you just joined us, I just flipped a 200-pound tractor tire in my yard over here. And I'm gonna commit to that regularly. I have been going through some stuff in my life this year, much more than COVID. In fact, if COVID had never happened, this would be a challenging year for me. Flipping the tire in the rain was fun though. I usually am out there flipping the tire in the heat bearing down on me, but when I saw it pouring down rain, I was like, I'm gonna go flip the tire and I'm gonna invite Instagram on to come watch. Hi. It takes a little while to get the breath to slow down, so I methodically try to. So those of you that have never seen me flip that tire before, basically what you do, I do 10 flips down, and then I rest after the first rep, about a minute. Then I do 10 flips back, and again, rest a minute. The first 2 reps are usually pretty easy because you haven't exerted yourself. By the time you get to the 3rd and 4th rep, 3rd rep, you feel it for the first time. And so I get a minute and a half between reps on 3 and 4. And then 5 and 6, you just kind of play it by ear, a minute and a half, minute 45, just to see what it takes to recover. What I look for is what's happening now to me. My breath has slowed, because you're trying to get your heart rate down. When you're flipping 200-pound tractor tire, you're getting your heart rate way up. So, of course, that's suited for me and my strength. You may not be able to handle 200 pounds, but for a 6'3" guy that's pretty strong, 200 pounds is pretty hardcore. And so when I lift the tire up, I also do a shoving motion with the tire. So you get a lot of upper arm, bicep, tricep, all the everything when you do that push motion. So you'll notice when I lift it up, which gives me some glute action, I get a little bit of a squat action because I have to squat down to pick it up. I get a little bit of back muscles getting stronger. And then when I lift it up and then I push it, I'm getting a little bit of bicep when I'm lifting it, but then when I'm pushing it, I'm getting a tricep and bicep, pretty much the whole arm and shoulder blades and everything. And I do 10 reps of that going down. I love that as a workout. I've never been a big fan of just the gym because it's a little bit awkward in there. I can do stuff in the gym, so it's not like I can't be productive, but I would much rather flip a tire. So flipping that tire is like whole body workout. For me, I know I got considerably stronger in the arms. I had, you know, nice development of bicep, and I could see the development in my shoulders. Obviously in the legs started getting stronger and more definition on there. I could feel the pain, mostly in my glutes, so my butt muscles, so I guess that's doing some good things back there. So yeah, I mean, it's a good workout. If you've never actually flipped a tire for working out before, pretty much what I did, I went down to the local tractor tire store and I said, hey, I'd like to buy a tractor tire. He said, just one? I said, yeah, I want to flip it. He said, oh, you're one of those. So I was like, yes, I'm one of those. He's like, go out back. We got a graveyard full of them. So he wasn't lying. I go back there and there's just this huge field of all kinds of tractor tires. And most of them had dry rotted. They weren't usable. But then I saw this one and it was dirtied up, but I was like, I don't care about dirtied up. I just, it doesn't have to be pretty. I just want to flip it. So So yeah, that's what I use. Still breathing hard, still trying to get my bearings back about me. I'll tell you what happened on that last set. So I did 6 sets for those of you that came in late of flipping tire, 10 down, 10 back, 10 down, 10 back, 10 down, 10 back. On the 6th rep, I started getting dizzy about halfway. So that's always my clue. Now, I kind of know why I was dizzy, because I'm one of those people that should not work out fasted. I know everybody in the keto carnivore community likes to talk, oh yeah, fasted workout, you'll tap into body fat stores quicker. Okay, that's a good-ish universal, whoa, we got a storm going and it just flashed my lights a little bit. It's a good-ish kind of program to go by, but I think it's not universal, because some people tend to have where they deplete their glycogen store pretty quick and your body can't keep up with it. That's why you start getting the dizziness. So usually what I do is I eat something before I do a workout like that. Now today I wanted to see, could I do it without it? So I had 2 ribeye steaks, 2 really thin ribeye steaks early this morning. So that was somewhere around 8 o'clock, and now it's just after 3 o'clock when I started doing the flips. So what's that, about 7 hours fasted? And so I thought about, should I eat before? And I was like, no, I'm gonna try to go. So I wonder, had I eaten, could I have gone 10? Because the only reason I stopped, besides I was breathing hard, the only reason I stopped was I started getting dizzy halfway through that last rep. So it's always good to kind of tinker around, push your limits to your body just to see how you do. But yes, if you joined us late, I am sitting in soaking wet clothes because it's pouring down rain out here in South Carolina today, and I decided to do a tire flip workout. And so I showed it. If you missed it, go back and watch from the beginning. But it's always fun to flip the tire. People get fascinated by it. I got really strong really fast last year, you guys, when I was doing this hot and heavy. Life circumstances kind of got in the way this year between COVID and everything. But man, like, I love doing that kind of workout. And I'm feeling a lot less stressed. I was kind of stressed today a little bit, this afternoon, have been lately a lot, but that relieves some stress. So I've got an infrared sauna, you'll notice right there. So I'm gonna take a shower, get out of these wet clothes when I'm done with you guys, go take a shower, and then I'll pop into that infrared sauna. I also have a Juve light. So there's the Juve light. And I will use the red light therapy, I'll use the sauna therapy to try to help with the recovery. And so the muscles will be very sore probably. And so those things will help. I don't have any ice in my freezer, or I would probably do an ice bath as well. I'll probably dip into the hot tub when I'm done with all that, just to kind of get the kinks out. I do have some rollers and some other things, and the massage chairs back there as well, just to kind of like calm things down. What is it, 3:45? So 4, 5, 6, 7, about 4 hours I'm going to bed. So that's my usual bedtime. So yeah, you don't want to do this too close to bedtime because it does amp you up. If I had my druthers, I would probably do this early in the mornings, like right as the sun is coming up, because it's generally the coolest of the day. It's very wet out on the grass when you do it there. Last year in August, I was doing it in the dead of the heat. It was like, 12, 1, 2 o'clock. And it was just like, I was just like so hot. And I learned my lesson not to do that, because that's just not doing me any good. Now I am dehydrated a little bit, so I'm gonna get me some water. Try to replenish your water if you can. Replenish electrolytes if you can too. I've got all kind of little electrolyte gizmos all around here. Yeah, there's the Keto Vitals over there. So, because when you work out, you're gonna kill a lot of those things. Now, people sometimes use things like Gatorade or whatever to replenish. Just get you an electrolyte supplement. You don't need all that. But I have my voice back now, so the heart rate has slowed down considerably. It's still a little bit higher than normal. It's not bad. It's probably like 80, 80 something. And usually it's 56, 58. And my breathing is down, so that's good. And I do have kind of that high that comes from when you work out. So do you guys, any of you guys flip a tire or do anything like that that's kind of off the beaten path of a normal kind of workout? Or are you a gym person, or do you not exercise at all? I'd be really curious to know what you guys do for workout, how you like it. But yes, I was all dripping wet in the rain just a moment ago, flipping a tire. I got in 6 rounds of 10. So that was 60 tire flips. That's a lot of tire flips for a 200-pound tire, lifting it up off the ground. By the way, when I first got it off the ground, it also had a ton of water in there from when it had rained. And so it was heavier than 200 pounds when I started. So when I was pushing it, it was flying out of there. Kettlebells are my drug of choice, says Joshua. Yeah, I've got some kettlebells as well, and I have done some kettlebell swings. I'll tell you what, that works my glutes more than anything. Joshua Winslow says just walking and kayaking. Hey, that's okay. Whatever it takes. We have a little trail over here next to the school that I have yet to use yet. A little walking trail, but I see a lot of people going in there, and it's in the woods, so I probably should take advantage of that. Jamie says, got my home gym set up right before lockdown, have a squat rack, kettlebells, and a rower. Dude, Jamie, you are set. Decca Mayer says CrossFit. Yeah, better you than me. I got into a CrossFit gym one time, and I'm like, what kind of gym is this? It was so weird, but I've watched people in CrossFit gyms with the little ropes. Although you notice now that a lot of the CrossFit type of exercise is now being incorporated into places like Planet Fitness. When I was a member at Planet Fitness, they had like a whole corner room that basically, if you only looked in that room, you would think you're in a CrossFit gym, except much smaller. Joshua says, insanely time efficient. Yeah, I bet it is. By the way, speaking of time efficient, that flipping the tire is not something you do every single day. See, people are like, oh my gosh, you gotta do that every day. No, so I flipped it today. I only got in 6 reps, so that wasn't a real hard workout as far as like going go. It was hard for me today. I knew I had to stop. So I'll probably rest tomorrow and give it a go on Wednesday. Give it a go again on Wednesday. So if you get in about 3 of those a week, 3 tire flips a week, that's probably going to be pretty good for your body. And the interesting thing, you go 10 down, which is about 30-ish seconds to get 10 reps down. If you can flip it, once every 3 seconds, let's even say 40 seconds to get the 10 flips in. So that's 4 seconds, 1, 2, that's pretty slow. So it's probably around 3.5 for me. And then you kind of take a breather for a minute to a minute and a half, and you do 10 reps of those. You're looking at just under 20 minutes long. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Now, if I get, and I did get to the point when I was doing it last year, I got to the point where I was going 10 down, 10 back, and I was ending up doing, what was my 12 rounds of that. And I noticed towards the end of August, right before the sabbatical, that I was doing it pretty easy. Like it wasn't as hard as it was when I first started. And so you get stronger, you get stronger, you get stronger. So I'm already thinking of ways that when this gets easy again, maybe what I do at that point is add some weights on my ankles or weights on my forearms, so that when I'm lifting, I'm also lifting those weights as well. So there's always ways to scale it, and people kind of freak out about that. Well, I'm already stronger than the tire. Well, the tire isn't the only resistance there. You can make your own resistance. I know some people also have those little things where you can tie it around your waist and have sandbags behind you. And so you're dragging the sandbag while you're flipping the tire. Trust me, we can make this a lot harder. And when the time comes, I probably will do all those things. The strongest part of my body is my legs. If I had a weakness in my body as far as like muscle, it's definitely the upper body, although it's much stronger than it used to be. And let me tell you this, it's been a little while since I've been able to consistently work out, and yet I don't have any loss that I know of muscle mass. And I can tell you, flipping that tire when I first started last year was a struggle. That was not a struggle today. So I have not lost the strength gains that I had last year because I eat a carnivore diet, because I don't eat carbohydrates. Ketosis is actually very muscle sparing. So a lot of the muscle I had, despite the fact I have not worked out near to the consistency that I wanted to up until now, it kept my muscle, which is kind of cool. You know, people are, oh my gosh, you don't work out, you'll lose your muscle. Yeah, you'll get softer, and I am softer in the muscles, but it won't take long for that to get hard again when I'm consistent with this working out. Decamere says bike riding. Yeah, I love riding bikes. And there's a lot of bike riders around here. I don't have a bike currently. I could easily buy one. They're not that expensive, but yeah, bike riding's fun. Liz says, I walk 3 to 4 miles daily. I have a handful of Beachbody DVDs. I do, and just bought an 8-pound weighted ball and a 15-pound weight plate. Yeah, those are all good things. Oh, speaking of plate, by the way, I also have a vibration plate back there where you stand on it. Have I ever shown you guys the vibration plate? Maybe if a few of you say, yeah, I want to see you on the vibration plate, I'll show you what it looks like, but it's pretty cool. It's Dave Asprey's vibration plate, good for the lymphatic system. It shakes everything, it vibrates you, and it kind of activates your lymphatic system. So yeah, if you came in late, I was out there flipping a tire in the rain. It's a big thunderstorm out there. It's still raining out there. Whew. And so I got 10 flips down and back. I did 6 total reps of the flipping the tire. And it was wonderful. I have not lost strength. I feel good. I am motivated to want to do this consistently. And quite frankly, let me tell you a little bit of story. Quite frankly, 2020 has sucked on a lot of ways. Because of just some stress. And what I've learned about my own body, and maybe you guys can relate to this, what I've learned about my body when I am under stress, that is tension in the muscles. And so if I have tension in the muscles, I can do all the exercise in the world and it's going to hurt like hell. And so I know that I have to chill the muscle and to relax in order for that exercise to feel good. So we're going to see how this feels. But I wanted to give this a go. It's been a little bit of time since I flipped a tire for exercise, but 200 pounds flipping of a tractor tire, 10 down, 10 back, 6 reps. I wanted to do 10 total sets of that, but I didn't quite make it, but it was pouring down rain. It felt good out there. Jamie says, I saw you mention in a comment you're going through specifically something that people say is one of the hardest things. Have you spoken publicly? No, it's just a personal matter. It's a stress that is something I would not have wished on anybody. I just don't want to, I can't divulge anything about it. Just know that it's something, I will get through it, but it's just something really tough. It's nothing health related, so if anybody's worried about that, it's not. It's just I need to get through this year. And if I get through this year, then things will be on the uplook. But it's cool. Everybody goes through some stuff. We're all going through some stuff with Corona, so my stuff's no different. But yeah, tire. I'm going to be consistent with you guys. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a glimpse into the world today of Jimmy Moore to see what I'm doing. I was able to buy some red meat today. I've been running low on money because of some of the challenges with COVID and everything. And so one very special fan sent me some money and they said, go buy you some steaks. And so I did today. Got a whole refrigerator full of some steaks today. So gonna try to fuel properly because you can't really do this kind of a workout and not fuel your body with some good, healthy, animal-based fat and protein. I do have the eggs, and I've been eating the eggs quite a bit lately as my primary source of nutrition, because I do have 17 backyard chickens that poop out breakfast every day. So I have been eating those pretty hot and heavy. And I do love eggs, but it's nice to cycle in the red meat from time to time. Do you have a Venmo we can donate to? So what I have, thank you for that, by the way, Jamie. What I do have is a PayPal, and I have my Patreon page over at jimmyrants.com. So I think it's patreon.com/JimmyMoore. And I'm trying to build that up. I really want to get away from the whole sponsorship model. Most of the companies out there are starting to get skeevy, and I'm just not interested in attaching my name to a company that could be compromised. All of the ones that I know of anyway that have been sponsors of mine are on the up and up, but it's just better if I could just detach from all of those. So I'm trying to build up the kind of Patreon supporters and everything. So if you want to support me, that would be great. Plus you get some perks being on there. So thank you for that. I would really appreciate that. But PayPal, I do have a PayPal. If you just use my email address, livinlowcarbman, LIVINLOWCARBMAN @charter.net, I will get that donation. That's how this person that sent me the money for the steaks today, that's how I got it, was through PayPal. So I was very grateful, because I haven't had steak in a few months, and I had a couple yesterday and then a couple this morning. I'll probably eat some eggs post-workout here just to refuel. I don't like eating red meat late in the day because it takes so long to digest. And I notice wearing the Oura ring that if I eat past, say, 5 o'clock, which right now it's almost 4 o'clock, if I eat past 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I don't sleep well. My body temperature is elevated. My heart rate stays up. I have trouble staying asleep. You get more light sleep because your body has to digest. And so people forget about that. Oh my gosh, my body's still working. So I'm trying to rest and recuperate, and the body's still in active mode. So that's why if you eat later in the day, typically you can kind of struggle with your sleep at night. What have you been eating if it's been a few months with no red meat? Eggs. My backyard chicken eggs have been a godsend, because had I not had chickens, I don't know what I'd be eating. So yeah, I've been pretty much exclusively, Jamie, eating my backyard chicken eggs. I will have 8 at a time, cooked in some grass-fed butter. I was buying some cheese, but I'm gonna cut out the cheese now totally. I wanna just dial it into fat and protein, non-dairy except for butter, just to kind of see if that tweaks anything. I'm constantly just slightly tweaking things just to kind of see if there's any movement at all. And so yeah, eggs, that was it, bro. So like I said, it'd been about 3 months. Occasionally I would go to the grocery store and get a rotisserie. That was like once every couple of weeks I would get me a rotisserie chicken, and I would eat as much of it as I could, and I'd throw the carcass out to my chickens. Don't laugh, chickens love chicken, and they will devour that chicken carcass. Yes, chickens eat their own. They do. Oh, so thank you for this spontaneous, I don't know what you call this, Jimmy Rants bonus episode. So I just wanted to show you guys that I have a big tractor tire that I like to flip. It's still raining really hard out there. So raining hard, I'm starting to get a little bit hungry because that was a glycolytically demanding workout that I did. And so it's going to make you hungrier. People say, oh, you got to exercise to lose weight. And I'm thinking, okay, you've never truly worked out hard enough to feel glycolytic demanding workout. You're going to be starving when you're done if you go into it in a fasted state. Especially for someone like myself, who I know when I do, glycolytically demanding workout, that it does kind of deplete those energy stores pretty quick, the glycogen stores. And so I need to go refuel. Plus I need to take a shower, get out of the wet clothes, go in the infrared sauna, go use the Juve light right there. and recover. But thank you guys for watching today. This was a lot of fun. I like to do spontaneous Instagram lives every once in a while. People are like, wait a minute, it's not 11 a.m. Eastern time. What are you doing on camera? So I like to keep you on your toes. Well, thank you guys for being here today. And yeah, we'll see you on Jimmy Rants tomorrow at 11 a.m. See ya.